Hello again, and welcome back to Plants vs. Zombies. Ann's been doing some Octageddon videos on her own, so I thought I would do a little bit of Plants vs. Zombies on my own. Obviously gonna start out in the Zen Garden, and really it's just a stall because I know I'm gonna start losing, and I would prefer not to have that happen. So, I'm gonna play through a couple more levels, probably, well, maybe not this episode. Probably in the next couple episodes, I'll beat the campaign, and then I'm gonna start on, oh, nice. And then I'm gonna start on some of the puzzles and challenges, because those are just a lot of fun. Now, I guess I've dealt with those guys. Let's see. That's all Zen Garden stuff, which I don't really need. I don't need any of those upgrades right now either, so I guess I'll just jump right in. Fingers crossed. I wouldn't mind having a perfect run, but oh, those little catapulties. I need... Whoops. Well, sunflowers, of course. Maybe twin sunflower. Flower pots, of course. Caterpillar pults. Don't think blowovers will be any use. I guess I could do jalapeno? And then... that seems like a good start, but I don't really think I'm gonna need the kernel pulse. So I think I'm gonna give myself... Man. This is kinda tricky to arrange. I guess... oh, boy. I have to have a cabbage pulp. I'd really like the three-peater. I guess I don't need the torchwood. I could get walnuts. Oh, you know what? If I get walnuts, then I don't need the squash. And then I can still take the kernel pulp, I guess. I'm gonna rearrange that so it's a little bit more intuitive. Alright. I think that's good. I'm feeling pretty confident. I think I could do this. I gotta put sunflowers in the back. I've been trying to avoid it for some reason, but there's really no reason for me to do that. As always, first hard and fast goal is to get enough to buy a single cabbage pulp as soon as it becomes an option. I guess I could instead get a walnut, and that would give me a bit more time. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get one of these, so I can pay a little bit less, and give myself some more time to place flowers. And I'm just gonna let that zombie chew on the walnut for a little while. And I guess get my first twin sunflower. That, instead of using up a row on a second layer of sunflowers, I'm just gonna go right ahead and upgrade them to twins. And so far so good. Got my first row of sunflowers. I'll keep upgrading those. Gonna need to put down another walnut. And throw down a first cabbage pulp there. So, already starting to put down a sizable area of control. I will need to make sure, going forward, that I have enough room to place place one of these jalapenos. They're not chili peppers, jalapenos. Because I'm definitely going to need to place those kind of on a whim. If one of those catapult zombies shows up. I guess. Got my second twin sunflower. Work on another walnut before I start reinforcing my my damaging line. And getting these walnuts also helps me start on that first push towards getting my three-peaters in this front row. Although I imagine some bungee zombies will show up and make this a bit of a nightmare for me. Actually gonna throw that there. There we go. That gives me a little bit of extra room. Oh, maybe... I don't think I'm gonna be able to get a walnut up in time to deal with that one. So I guess... I mean... Still doing well so far. Getting another twin sunflower. Yeah, looks like I'm not gonna be able to deal with that one. And now I'm just gonna try to keep enough to buy a jalapeno when I need it, as well as a flower pot, because I'll be needing a couple of those too. And just biding my time. Still doing a decent amount of damage. Not dealing too bad or too hard with any of these waves. Alright, bring it on. Which row is he gonna come up in? Maybe I won't end up seeing one in this row. Or in this wave. So, I think I'm just gonna be perfect. Just deal with it right away, not even letting it take the time to cause me any problems. I would rather just avoid that entirely. Now that I'm through this wave, things are probably going to stay picked up for a little while, and I don't have the ability to deal with that right now, so I'm just going to hope I can do enough damage. Oh, you better not. You better not. Oh, boy. I think he's going to get her. Oh! Right before exploding, that catapultist got her. So, that's not so bad, though. I can afford it. Plus, I'm getting to a point where it's not going to be wholly necessary for me to do that. Moving my walnut line forward a bit. This one's not necessary anymore, so I'll just throw in another cabbage pole. Oh boy. And I guess the only thing to do now is to start building out my, Okay, nuh-uh. So it looks like the cabbage pole, or the catapult zombie, always goes for your back line. So there's an argument against directly, or placing your sunflowers in the very back. Alright, I think I'm going to reinforce this spot next. I've got all of my sunflowers upgraded, and the catapult zombies haven't been coming out in too much force, but this is the last wave, so I guess we'll see how that goes. I suppose as long as... Oh, that's right. I forgot that would be a... So this is where the kernel pult comes in handy, because they've got a good chance to bread those zombies. To butter those zombies. And, still not able to deal with it, but this is the last wave, so... I consider that a job well done. Oh, this is another tricky tricky layer of thinking that I'm going to have to do for these sections. Because I've got bungee, catapult, and ladder zombies. So let's try going without the twin sunflower this time around. Picked up the ladder for $8.99. It looks like the tall nut can't be vaulted over. I'm not sure if it can be laddered over, though. I gotta have umbrella. And I've got the arrangement in mind for this. Gotta have my cabbages. I really didn't end up getting the use out of the three-peater that I wanted. So I'm gonna go with a repeater instead, with the hopes that I can get more use out of that. I'm also gonna go with a squash instead of a walnut, because that just seems like a better approach to take for these guys as far as cost goes. Maybe pumpkin. Actually, I could do some tricky things. The garlic. I'm not gonna do anything tricky. I'm just gonna go with what's worked so far. And I guess I've got my repeater. I could get a snow pea. This is a little tricky. I'm not totally sure. I feel like I've got a good spread here. I guess maybe pumpkin. I think I'll go with the pumpkin. It might be a bit of a double whammy. Make sure there's nothing I can get here. Oh, I won't get any use out of those. The walnut and the pumpkin might be a bit of a double whammy, but I think it'll work out. So I'm going to be placing the umbrella leaves here and here respectively, just to make sure that I can deal with the catapult zombies. Now I'm fairly certain that the catapult zombies will be dealt with by the umbrella leaf. So I'm gonna try to get one of those fairly early on. Got my first wave of these. And once again, I'm gonna give myself a little bit more time to get my back wall dealt with. A couple more sunflowers to make up for the fact that I'm not gonna have the twin sunflowers. I guess that I could have gotten a twin sunflower instead of a pumpkin. Alright, so now that I've got my first, or I've almost got all my sunflowers dealt with, I can start thinking about the next step, which is slowly building up my line. And I've got room for my umbrellas, which will be coming sooner than later. I think I will try to be strategic about those. What the heck. Get the first one down, out of sight, out of mind. And then I can just work my wall forward. Oh, I needed to, I think maybe I'll be able to get a walnut. Whew, just in time. I'm not so sure I'll get lucky on this next one, though. But I am getting a decent amount of progress made towards the front. I guess I'll get... So I've got my umbrellas, so that those will protect everything directly surrounding them from harm. I'm just gonna deal with... Yeah, just squash them right away. I'm gonna be a little bit greedy here. I feel like that was warranted. It'll give me a little bit of extra damage. And this is starting to look really good. I can reinforce this front wall. Maybe that one was a little risky. I don't know, I think I'll be okay. Ooh, boy. Oh, please. Whew. That would have been a problem moving forward, because I'm spending a lot to get those in place. I think I've got this under control. I've got my front line of repeaters now. I might need to throw down another umbrella. We'll see how that's looking in a moment. Oh, nope. Already. Boing. Perfect. So that could have gone any better than it did. I don't have to put up another umbrella for these guys here. And I'm pretty well defended. I've got my repeater line up now. My sunflowers are all defended. I can actually start thinking about pulling out... Well, I won't pull out these cabbages. Those will just be my first line of defense. What else am I gonna think about? Maybe... I'm stacking up a lot of sun now. So I think maybe the best thing to do is just keep stacking my line forward. There we go. Perfect. Just not even an issue. I guess I'm gonna start moving my repeater line forward and trying to put an umbrella here or there, just to provide me with that extra wall of defense. Yeah, I think the umbrella is kind of vital to this stage. So now I've just got this one section that's at risk. So if needed... Okay, perfect. No worries there. Still haven't lost anything to the zombies or the catapults. And almost totally stacked up as far as my umbrellas go. So last thing is another umbrella right there, and I can just stack on the last of my defenses now. I can put pumpkins at the front. I can put cabbage pulps in any of the other empty spaces. And this should go pretty smoothly now that all the hazards are dealt with, and I've got tons of repeaters. Oh boy, that ladder though. Oh, okay. So there's the weakness, is those ladder zombies showing up to wreak havoc. Oh, and I didn't even notice that I had that wall. Oh boy, I kind of got messed up there. I needed to have a lot more supporting me on that spot right there. So this is not quite as well defended as I hoped. I had to end up doing some pretty weird things there. But hopefully... Alright, now you gotta put down a ladder. Oh boy. that is, that's a bit problematic. I think if I dig up that, yes, okay, so I can dig up the pumpkin, and then that will give me, that will actually get rid of the ladders. So the cost, oh no, I dug up my umbrella by mistake. That's not good. I think I'm gonna be okay. I've got all my roof cleaners. I'm pretty sure that I will just breeze through this. Alright, whew. Things got a little tense. Especially, right there at the end. But I think this is all gonna go just fine. Yeah, I think I got through this. Ooh, that was pretty close. Oh, look at those cute little things. That's the thing from the Zen Garden. Okay, well that's the equivalent to the goldfish in Octageddon. Oh no! Alright, so this is where things start getting bad. Because Gargantuar is... once he gets weak enough, he throws out stuff and you kinda... you just suffer. Sunflowers. I do not need to worry about bouncers. You know what? Before I get too into this, I think I'm going to call it here. And I'll come right back to this. And fingers crossed. Gargantuar is kind of where things get crazy for me. So, hopefully I can make you all proud. Ugh. Anyway, until next time, thanks for watching. And I guess tune in to either, well, probably watch me die, if I'm being honest. Bye.